Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be one on spring wardrobe essentials. So I feel like spring has finally sprung here in the UK, which is a great thing because I'm so over the winter. So I thought it would be nice to share with you a few bits and pieces that I'm going to be popping into my spring wardrobe, what I think the essentials are for spring, and hopefully you can get inspired by a few of the bits that I talk through today. So I hope you do enjoy the video. If you do, please do give me a thumbs up and do subscribe, and I'm going to crack straight on through the rail. The first item I'm going to talk to you about is fine gauge knitwear. So I know in the winter a lot of people wear very chunky knits, and I think in the spring it's definitely still quite essential to still have some knitwear on tap, particularly during that time when, you know, we're going from winter into spring. I think there's two types of phases during each season. There's the one where you're going from winter to spring, and then there's the bit where you're going from spring to summer. So the winter to spring season is a little bit colder, still a little bit cool, so it's nice to have some knitwear on the go. So I like a finer gauge knitwear, and this is an example of that. So this one is from Le Redoute. It's very, very soft. It's a nice light colour as well, but it's not as chunky and not as sort of warm and full on, if you like, as the winter knitwear that you'd wear. It's got the V-neck as well, which is a little bit of a nice option to be a little bit less covered up for the new season. And as I said, the lighter kind of colours go really nicely with sort of the coloured bottoms that I'm going to show you, and it's just quite a nice relaxed style for the new season. Similarly, you can have a round neck, and again, this is a nice camel piece that I have. It's a nice transitional piece because the colour works very well, also transitioning between summer and autumn, but it's got, again, a finer gauge, so it's not too heavy, but will still keep you warm in those cooler spring months. Next up, I think a nice light coloured blouse and a nice light fabric blouse are really essential for spring. So I love a white shirt in the spring. I think it's a really nice way to kind of give a nod to the new season. Very crisp, and being white, it kind of just feels good for the new season. It kind of suits spring, summer, I think, much better than autumn and winter. So a crisp white shirt, even with a pair of navy trousers, so a darker bottom, works really nicely because of how bright it is and how clean and crisp it is. It still works really nicely for spring, summer. If you're not really into the white shirt thing, having a nice flowing fluid fabric blouse I think works really nicely as well. So this champagne colour I think is really nice for a new season. Again, it's just from a charity shop. I picked this up in Canada a good few years back, but I love it because it's very fluid. It looks, I think, a little bit more sort of higher than it actually is, and it's nice for the new season. It goes with a lot of nice neutral colours for spring. Then I would say the next essential would be coloured bottoms, whether it's a coloured skirt or a coloured pair of trousers or some culottes. I think some nice coloured bottoms work really well for spring, summer. So I'm going to show you pink because pink is my favourite colour for the spring, summer, and it was last season, and I think it's probably going to be the same this season. So I love this pink Peter skirt from Topshop. I picked this up last year. This is a nice example of a nice soft colour which would work really, really nicely with white. Not necessarily the white shirt, but it could look nice with a nice white t-shirt or a tank top. If you're not into pleated bottoms or pleated skirts, a nice option again is a light coloured trouser. So these are from Finery London. I picked these up last year, and these are from Topshop. So you've got a warmer colour and a much cooler colour here. Both work equally as well for spring, and it's just nice to bring some coloured elements into your wardrobe for the spring season. If you're not into skirts, but you still like the idea of having something that's like a skirt, look for a culotte. So I love culottes, and I've got these in a few different colours. This is a bit darker. It is in the oxblood, and I wear this a lot during spring, summer. I mean, during autumn, winter even. But if I paired this with something a little lighter, like a white, for example, or a pink, and that's why I've got this jumper on here, not because it's chunky, but because of the pink. You can see how nicely those two colours go together. I think they look really nice together. So you can still have a darker coloured bottom and then really lighten it up with a pink top or a lighter coloured top, and it can work. So look for culottes if you're looking for something a little bit more covered up, a little bit longer, and that's not a skirt. They're very, very versatile. They can be dressed up and down, and I'll definitely say these are essential for me all year round. So then with denim, in autumn winter I tend to wear very dark coloured denims and black denim trousers. Even if they've got a bit of a wash on them, it tends to be black and dark indigo. So for spring summer, definitely again play around with colour. Like, I don't wear white jeans or coloured jeans, so I don't think they suit me very well, but if you can get away with it, definitely wear them. I just tend to lighten the wash in terms of my blue jeans. So we have a pair of Jamie jeans here from Topshop, which are my favourites. and they are just in a lighter wash. As you can see, a little bit of whiskering on here, no distressing, just a lighter blue than I tend to usually wear. And then we've got a pair of Topshop Boutique jeans, and they've got a little bit of like a grey wash to them. They are also lighter blue, and these are the boyfriend shape with the silver trims, and these are great as well for spring summer. So on to outerwear. I am looking for a trench coat. I cannot believe I do not have a trench coat. A camel trench would be something I need to add to my wardrobe desperately. So if anyone knows of anywhere I can find a nice trench coat, preferably sort of stone camel colour and a little bit more fluid. I don't like the really rigid skirted type. Please do let me know in the comments below. I do tend to wear a lot of duster jackets in the spring summer, and this one from Topshop is one of my favourites. Again, it's in a nice kind of different colour, kind of bluey grey. Slate grey, I would say. It's really nice, very fluid, and works really nicely as a cover up for the cooler days, especially particularly in the evening when it gets quite cool. So that would be a nice option to have here for spring. Again, if you do wear leather jackets or denim jackets, you can bring those in here. I think the denim jackets I tend to kind of keep for summer, if I was to wear them, but I don't wear denim jackets or leather jackets. But if you do, definitely bring a lighter weight jacket in here. And for those cooler spring months, I would definitely say a coloured coat like this one I've got from COS is a nice piece that you can still definitely wear during spring, just unbuttoned over a dress or something like that. That's still going to keep you warm, but because it's in a lighter colour and it's in a little bit more of a fun colour for the new season, you can still get away with wearing a heavier coat if it's in a lighter colour. And then finally onto accessories. So I think a great way of, you know, giving a little nod to a new season. So for example, if I was wearing a pair of black or navy trousers with this white shirt, a nice way to give a nod to a new season is to add a pair of coloured accessories. Whether it's a pair of heels or whether it's a clutch bag or a handbag or even a necklace, I think bringing in some coloured accessories into your outfit for spring is a surefire, quick win way of, you know, freshening up your outfits for the new season. So these shoes I've been wearing to death. I love them so much. They're from Zara, and they're a nice way of me kind of adding a pop of colour into an outfit that might be a little bit dark or doesn't look super spring-like. And I love the way a coloured accessory looks against white. I think if you've got a pair of red shoes, if you've got a pair of yellow shoes, turquoise, pink, they all look really nice against white and actually look quite fresh. So I would say definitely play around with accessories if you're not as brave to play around with your clothing pieces in terms of lots of different colours. Accessories are a cheap and easy way, I'd say, to kind of update your outfit for the new season. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you could get an idea of what you could start adding now into your spring wardrobes and kind of layering on top of the bits you've been wearing for autumn, winter, just to give a bit of a freshen up, if you like, for spring. Adding a few bits of colour in there now so we're not so dark and always in black, and give you just a few ideas on what you could buy for the new season if you need to buy a few bits and pieces without sort of going trend heavy and trend crazy. And you've probably got pieces in your wardrobe that you could kind of incorporate here that you've been wearing throughout the year. So definitely give your wardrobe a good look at, see what you can bring in and layer on top, and create yourself a nice little spring capsule to carry you through these next few months. So I hope you found that helpful. Please do leave any comments below. I'll get back to you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.